Hi Libra, welcome to my pages and channels, Moon Jasper Gem. Here on YouTube, it's and Facebook, it's both Moon Jasper Gem. Welcome. So I've been tuning into your energy. My intentions for your reading today will be for the collective, and it will be for January and February 2021. It's going to be weird saying it and writing it in the beginning, but hope everybody's doing well. So I pre-shuffled two decks for you. Normally I use one deck for me personally, and at times when I do love combinations with the water signs or some of the water signs. But today I feel when I was doing readings this week, there was a lot of Libra energy in here. I had a lot of Libra um, visitors that came to visit and communication over the phone. So I don't know if any of you guys are dealing with any water signs. I'm a Cancerian, Cancer, so I'm going to ask energies of love and light only, Holy Spirit, to bring forth messages for the collective, for the beautiful zodiac sign of Libra. I already pre shuffled, so I'm just going to go right in it. This is where I stopped, which is you. So beautiful. I mean, it could represent a few different people, but it's the energy of the Empress. The Empress, whether male or female, it's a very beautiful figure. Somebody who's taken their time, not without hard work, but they've gotten to the point where they could finally just want to breathe, even if you're not, you're able to say it for now. I mean, don't be hard on yourself. You've done so much already. You've put time and energy into so many things. This is a person that nurtures, that takes a seed and plants it, whether it's a real physical thing or whether it's an intention or an idea, but it nurtures the idea and something that's really beautiful. This person considers not only themselves, but really themselves will probably be last. This is a person that considers everyone in their circle, everyone in their tribe, everyone that means something to them, and even then some, going out of the circle and doing humanitarian things for people and just cheering up the place. Could also be in general, like for Libras, I know that Libras try to stay very neutral. Everybody's biggest battle is their own inner self and having to express yourself on the outside, trying to take it all in and using, because you're an air sign, but you also do use your heart. You may not show it all the time only because you want to see the information and try to collect as much as possible to get to a good conclusion where it's fair and just, because you are the justice system. You're equal and fair balance. And when there's a do for someone that has done wrong, you're not afraid to step up and tell them. And even then, if it's a little harsh, you're doing it really with your mind and heart combined. And then usually you'll end up with that, not holding any grudges, but at the same time, being able to express it and helping you guys move to the next level in that relationship. Because you like to stay lighthearted. But with that being said, here we go. For you, general energy. This is just like the Empress. It could be a person who's just, again, this is Earth, so it could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But here, I believe it's representing you as somebody who's put so much time and effort. And again, just like the Empress could take some time out, could enjoy what you've already grown, and to be proud of everything that you've already done, just to take it all in. And if you combine it now, it's almost the full moon coming up in a day or so in the zodiac sign of Cancerian, and I have to bring that up because I just feel saying that has to do with your heart. So when you go into your heart and your mind, you come up with a perfect conclusions and a solution to finding what brings happiness, not only to you, to others, but taking also that time out to just appreciate everything you have, like almost like overlooking it, from a side, from stepping outside of yourself and just saying, look at all that I have, look at all that I've produced. Beautiful. And with unlimited potential for the now and the present and the future, you could do that. Now, if this is a relationship or money, it means you're doing well. You have mostly everything. So one more coin would complete you, whether it's money, home, finances, love relationship, just anything that you have on your mind that you would like to, you know, you've planted your seeds. Now you want to prune it. Now you want to cultivate it and continue on and nurture it. So you're doing that. So that's really beautiful. And it's like that could be a relationship right there. Two single people that want to come together. or just acknowledging you in general as being these two people, which are very self-sufficient, independent, but really love to be around a lot of other people at times to socialize. But here, I think, like I said earlier, I believe that some of you are wanting some time out because you're reflecting, and hopefully you're not in your head worrying about anything, but instead you're reflecting on all the great that has already, you know, been cultivated and been shared and just grown to full abundance. And if not, then you take a time out and you continue to do that on your journey and to stay neutral. But this could represent just somebody who's older or wiser. This could be you as well because it helps you put your thoughts and your heart and your mind together. You take time out from people, places, and things. You reminisce. You have memories, good and bad. You know, we all do. But when you take a thought in your head and it starts to accumulate into a negative thought, you know, feel it, understand it, try to have some other points of views on it, but then don't sit in it and let it go and ask it to be healed and send it to the universe to be created into something beautiful, beautiful energy, to come back and be able to settle into where it's supposed to be and that you've held on to it long enough. It's letting go, it's releasing, and it's also allowing just not to let that thought that when it comes in, if it comes in negative, you immediately let it go and replace it with a positive thought. You know, something that you know you're great at, you've accomplished. People, places, and things. Really beautiful. What's in the root of this for you guys? Okay. So now, as we talk about whether it's love or general, it's always a little different. So here in the root, some of you guys have felt in the past that you just wanted to leave it all behind and give up, and you've continued on and you've accomplished a lot. And now again, maybe that one last coin or that one last thought or idea or practical thing in your mind, you're thinking, is it even worth it? Should I gather what I have and go? Should I leave this, or is it okay where I could step out and do something else? Because maybe you're missing something that's fulfilling, emotional. But all of that you built will always remain. Well, not always, but most of it will if you want it to, because you know you've already built it solid and stable. So if you go out and venture or take that time out, you could always come back and continue on and pick up the pieces of anything that you feel that you needed to accomplish more. Okay. But for some of you, you're figuring out, I'm going to get that last one thing that's emotionally fulfilling. Or maybe some of you, if it's in love, you want to say, I'm fine on my own. You know, anything that's not emotionally fulfilling, and whether it's practical or not, I'm not going to do that. And maybe you already have done that. Maybe now you're ready and you're a little bit more healed in certain situation, whatever it was. And now you're saying, okay, I'm good. Now what? You know, what's next? I'm ready for the next level. Taking that leap of faith. This is the fool's journey. Having options, even though you might go into the wind and jump into something without, you know, thinking about it. It may just take one option. Knowing that you have options, that's good. So you could pick one and you could try it out. If it doesn't work, then you try something else. And guess who told me that? A Libra. So there you go. Moving to the past here. Okay. Some of you were taking on way too much responsibility, and maybe now you're realizing I put some of that now or already happened, putting things to the side. This could also be a move. You know, some of you have really left and started new. You have a wish fulfillment, which is really nice. But way in the back, you have somebody here that maybe might attack your beliefs or your ideas or what you want to do, the next move. Like you know what you want to do, but you're still wanting to get some support or nurturing, if you're, you know, or you're doing this for somebody, not to be defensive, or maybe they are for your what your wish fulfillment is. So, so when it comes to love, you do have this is fire, so it could be, you know, Leo, Sag, or Aries. Also, the Fool could be an Aries or Pisces. You have water, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, and then the Earth. I already told you. So to move forward with love and compassion and put behind you, drop some of the things that you don't have to keep carrying, even if it's one thing at a time. People, places, things, relationships that are no good. Don't be harsh, but at the same time, I always say now, guide them gently to the future of this for you guys. In general and in love. Okay. This is a commitment. This is a commitment, whether it's in love, whether it's being around like minded people, places, and things that make you feel that people are on board altogether. Or, this is the same morals, the same values, or, you have a goal with others and you believe in something. This could be somebody who has good counseling, good counseling, whether it's you counseling others or listening to others that are like minded with you, feeling like you're working together and you're all on the same page and working to build a stronger foundation and a stronger bond. This could also be a marriage, seeking it. Maybe some of you dropped a relationship, some of you are walking into one, but maybe some of you are left behind. This could be a breakup here. Feeling abandoned, left out, or not included. Having a victory over that. That's the second victory you have. But maybe some of you are upset and now you're being like enlightened and you're having a new renewal of yourself, a new growth. Or maybe for a short period you felt like you were lacking in your abundance, but you're not. What's in the air for you guys in this? Okay, so it went to the past. It's supposed to be in the air, and that's stating that removing people, places, and things that are no longer on the like mind with you. No longer like mind. It's like, how long could I tolerate this mentality? You do it for the people that you love. Okay, this is also, you have peeking out here as the King of Wands, but this is like somebody who, again, started from the very beginning with just an idea and worked all the way up. It's like, we're just going through the ideas and everything they put forth. And now they have a whole empire. They have responsibility. That's a Leo, if any of you are dealing with a Leo. And look, right here, another one peeking out, which is you, which is really nice. The King of Swords, wanting the information, wanting to combine two different things here, which is don't hold on too tight, don't let go altogether. So it's like moving forward, guiding gently. This is a Leo, possibly, and it could also be you. So, but having the strength to let go or having the strength to know the difference. Or when you're guiding the people that you love, because you are the head of that whole empire, household, relationship, whatever it is for you, is to make sure that you do it with love and compassion and you guide them gently. So, what is your advice here? And you had a soulmate now, because the King of Wands showed. Now the Queen of Wands came out. So this is being brave, knowing that you were brave because you built up so much. Okay, so just remember to count your blessings and to see all the great things that you did, not what you didn't do and the negative things. But this is a cause for celebration. This is upping a level in relationship. It's finally saying, okay, I'll try it or I'll let it go. Whatever it is, it's like an epiphany. So you feel really good. But this celebration, this could be a marriage. This could be focusing on you and being brave to go out and get what you want. And always remember that because you are that way. Because the Queen of Wands, she could be very clear and sometimes she could be blunt. So when you communicate how you feel and the focus when you're moving forward in a commitment with anybody, whether it's in love or just people in general, your family, friends, business, to do it with fun. Do it fun and do it light, but communicate with compassion so it's not like too harsh and people will jump on board with your ideas. And if they're not, you're going to continue on because you're fine on your own, which is good. But it's always nice to have the support, whether it's you giving it or them. So what's a possible outcome for you in these messages here? Here comes someone possibly young, but this looks unstable and maybe you knew better. See, there's your second counterpart, two soulmates again today now. That's your counterpart, the Queen of Swords, which was you. So the male and female came out because it came out before. You had the king and queen of swords and the king and queen that showed itself of wands. So that's not only thinking clearly and having a victory, but having a new excitement and a passion and adventure, moving forward with you're all on board. You're all together, as best as possible. Not for everyone. Not everybody could always be together, but the ones that you're with. It's like love the one you're with. So someone's racing in, someone's racing out, a new passionate idea, endeavor. This could be you focusing because you're being brave and you're running out and doing it, shooting the wind, like the fool. But it's also after taking some time out, it's like quick movement, quick communication coming through. Maybe an apology from the past, moving forward, starting something which is practical. And again, looking for your soulmate if you're not with them, but maybe it's not always perfect, but it's still part of you. And it's still something that you're going to work on because you believe in it. Okay. Contemplating on whether you should continue on this endeavor or whether you should just take that time out. This is praying, meditating, what makes you happy. This is your gift from above. This is representing you. This is where your strongest point is. Not only do you do things from the heart and you make people happy, but you know how to clearly communicate. Because if you hold it in, it might come out harshly, and that's something that you know better. You don't want to do that. So you take a step back and you communicate clearly with your loved ones or whoever you want to be involved with in love, relationship. What makes you happy? Saying stuff to them, communicating, telling them why they're beautiful or handsome or what makes you happy about them. But somebody's in deep thought about having this relationship here. Look, the King of Cups peeked out too. So that could be another water. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Could be a Leo. Could be another air sign like you. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but I believe it's you. But this is beautiful. This is a beautiful ending right here. So you know what was stable, what's not. But you went off with it and you had fun, some of you, for a relationship. Some of you left a lot behind, whether it's physically or emotionally, or you're thinking about it. I think you did because before you weren't on board with certain things and you were carrying too much, you let it go. And you had this new revival of a commitment. You were re-energized. Maybe some of you have are also with somebody who's younger. Mm-hmm. The king wanted to come out. Again, this is all of your emotions are deep, balancing and constantly wanting to balance your emotions for your wish fulfillment. How do I balance it all out? Because that's you. This is definitely a Libra right here, even though it stands for Earth. See, two, just like the scales. But that's balancing everything out, which is really beautiful. And doing it with love, even if you're not showing it, it's okay to show it and still get your point across and get people on board to work in collaboration and cooperation. That's really nice. 1 second, be right back. Hey Libra. So I have this other deck here. I pre-shuffled it before, and I just wanted to ask the universe of love and light only again to give us more messages for you, Libra. And I shuffled these earlier, and it's you. That's why I knew where to stop. So this is you in your pure form, male or female, but just, interested in the truth, the fact of the matter, and trying to come up with the best answer and solution, not just for yourself, but for everybody, because you do think of others, and that's a really beautiful trait or quality about you. I love Libras. I get along great with them. My mom passed away, but she was my best friend, a Libra. And I met a person, a lady, after my mom passed away, and her birthday was a week away from her. And I told my mom in spirit to please send me Libras, and she does. I know that she sends me Libras when I tell you their birthday was 1 week apart, and that's probably the closest I could have gotten. And she also had lost her daughter, which was a water sign. She was a Pisces, I'm a Cancerian, and we're like best friends, we're like adopted each other. And sometimes things work in mysterious ways, But just know that when you're doing something, sometimes you're doing the work of angels. So keep putting forth all that goodness. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what the energy is now. What I wanted to say is about that other reading. You had several soulmates. People love you. You know, you love people. You try to stay light and air, and you also try to be fair and just. So here we go. So you have the Four of Swords. Okay, this represents you. The Four of Swords came out earlier. This is contemplating, taking a time out, a breather. Maybe going inside your thoughts because this, you guys represent air, and air represents thoughts. And thoughts. A stagnant thought is like stagnant air. So you can't do that. You got to keep the air flowing, keeping that passing through you, acknowledging it. If you have to touch back on it, you can, but not to sit in it, not to sit in your thoughts, but to put your intentions exactly what you want, because you are able to manifest. That's a gift you have as well. You can manifest what you want. You just have to think of it, um, take it in, understand it, try to get as close to the intention as possible and then release it and say thank you. So putting out your intentions, your prayers, meditating, taking time out. Maybe some of you feel like you were in a little bit of a battle, maybe more than other times, less or more, whether it was more of a battle or less. But this is like really just, you want to deal with it. You're going to deal with it. You're not really just going to walk away. Maybe some of you have, but you're going to contemplate and think, okay, what can be my next move before I deal with this or that or have to do this? Because it's overwhelming. So you take that time out, you rejuvenate yourself. It's like a battery. And then you come back and you're able to do it in a clear fashion. You're able to do it and be fair and just like you are, not angry or sad or upset. This is another gift you're getting from above here, which is a solid, stable offer. Okay. This is something practical. It could be money. It could be a relationship that's really, filled with trust and loyal. Being loyal, communicating what you want. This could be a new home. Anything that's of value or that's of value to you that's in this world. Really nice. What's in the root here for you guys? Just a couple for you. Okay. So the King of Cups came back out again. See, we're getting some clarifiers here. This is again exploring your emotions, going deep within. And you're not supposed to go too deep because it could be dark in there, just like anybody. It could be dark. But you guys, just like anybody else, well, more so, you're balancing out your emotions because it's a balance between the heart and the mind and the soul. Gift, you have so many gifts and so many soulmates today, whether it's in love or whether it's just people in your life. This is a gift again from above. This is a true victory of clarity, understanding, being able to move forward and knowing that this is the right decision, the right way to go. Not letting your emotions take it over, but a careful blending of the mind and the heart and always the soul as well, because that helps your growth as well, your soul's growth. We have the Two of Cups. This is working in collaboration with just something you love, in general. So it could be anything, business, home, property, of course, in love. So just being with someone, just in general, one person, or family or friends, just having like mind, sharing your emotions, sharing your love, and doing it with compassion because being, just not just the facts, but how does it make you feel? Trying to balance it between, well, this is what I'm seeing, or this is what my understanding is, but how does my gut tell me? How does my soul look within my heart? Because when you look within your heart, that's, you'll find that answer and you'll bring it to the surface and you'll clear it up and how to feel and how to present it. This is really nice. Moving to the past here. Okay. So some of you were dealing with there was an unstable situation. These are the tower, the devil. This is unstable because you didn't have clarity before. Maybe you or someone was being guided and there were lies. There were things that you knew what. Maybe you knew. You had to have known because you know. Maybe you were in denial, but you had to know that there was an unstable foundation there because it was toxic. Whatever this is, love or anything that you would put your heart and soul into. It was toxic, but it's moving to the past, which is good. So you've been through that tower. Some of you may be going through it, and that's why you're taking that time out. Okay, but this could also represent Capricorn. It could represent Scorpio. It could represent Aries, for just the energy of it. And you could rebuild if that's the case, or you could put some solid cement where it needs it with love. And it's a metaphor, but you know what I mean by that. Because once you're aware of the foundation and once you're aware where it needs to be worked on, you could do that. And you want to do that. You want to do that so you're both on board and you're clear about it. To build for now, from the past and for your future. And for your future here. So the Seven of Staves and the Two of Cups wanted to come out. So it's overlooking everything that you've already put your time and effort into. Overlooking it and wondering whether you should continue on. Maybe some of you have said, I'm not really interested because, you know what happened because you're still recuperating from something. But at the same time, you guys are very resilient normally, and it's okay to take time out, not to feel guilt. Don't feel guilty, whatever you do. What's your advice? Someone is offering that cup and someone doesn't want to take it. And an apology if there was something wrong before. However, this just came to my mind. If you're dealing with somebody who is narcissist or somebody who likes to trick you and charm you, male or female, you know better now. You know better. So if you are going to continue in that relationship, you're not going to put everything into it. You're not going to put everything into it. You're going to cultivate it a little bit, and if it's supposed to flourish, it will. Okay, because otherwise it can drain you. Possible outcome for this, for you guys, these readings. Wanted to hit there. Isn't that beautiful? You got the Sun card, the happiest card in the deck. Okay, so maybe you're really happy. You were happy with that relationship, even though you know it was bad, it was toxic. But happy to put that toxicity behind you and those anything you didn't like about them, yourself, or whatever it is, the environment, the situation. Remember handling it one at a time. But that's the best card to end with right there. And on the bottom, you have the King of Staves. It's like, oh, you took back control of your empire and you did it with love and compassion. The Six of Pentacles, that could represent you, even though it's Earth, because it's giving fairly. Because before maybe it was unjust. There was no justice there. It was not fair. Something was being given. It wasn't fair. Okay, so you're like, no, everybody's important. I'm important. They're important. So we give fairly. Maybe some of you had third parties in a relationship, whether it was in love or just people, and you're saying, no, I'm going to deal with each person individually, and I'm going to, you know, put my heart and soul and get the information with them, because there's always gossip. But this is the King of Kings, saying, no, I'm going to put that behind me now. I know what I got to do. Okay, and I'm going to wait here and I'm going to hear what their ideas are and everything like that, and I'm going to incorporate it. Okay, and they should do that with you. So, but if this is in love, this is a very happy card. After exploring it with your thoughts, your emotions, and that's part of your makeup. You do that often. Maybe it's more now because of the isolation and everything going on, but just know that it's a happy situation. You're gonna come up with a happy solution. That's really beautiful. The Magician. See, there you go. Manifesting exactly what you want after you explore. Say no more negativity, no more, undecisive and not sure, and everybody's included. Take time out, and then you could go back to giving your energy to people, places, and things that you love to do so much. But anyway, till the next time, I hope you enjoyed these readings. If you did, please subscribe, like, and share. Visit me on both my channel on YouTube and my Facebook page, Moon Jasper Gem. If you'd like a private reading, or group reading via FaceTime or in person. If you're local, you could send me an email or see my Facebook page and send me a message. Take care. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Till the next time. Bye, you guys.